another weird occurrence happened today, and I don't know, maybe if some of you knitters, notice I did not say the N word, I said knitters, as in people who knit, um, might have ever run into this problem before, if you've ever encountered it. Please, please tell me how you solved it, because, oh my gosh, this was the most disgusting thing I think I've ever encountered so far, just in my crafting career, aside from like the spider incident, but that was different. But no, so okay. I got a brand new pair of knitting needles today, which is nothing particularly noteworthy. I do that all the time. Same brand I always buy from. Like I said, nothing particularly noteworthy here. Just a standard Susan Bates size 10 set of knitting needles, okay? Just nothing that interesting. I opened them up, and I wanted to jump right into my project, okay? So I cast right on, and within a couple rows, all of a sudden I was like, the hell? And I wasn't sure if maybe I was having one of my weird scent sensitivity things where either I'm picking up on something nobody else does, or it may or may not even actually be that. I never freaking know for sure. But I tried to ignore it because it was like I wasn't actually having much of a reaction like I do when it's actually something that's there. So I figured it might be in my head. I don't know. So I kept working. But the longer I kept handling these things, I kept noticing it was getting stronger, and it smelled literally like throw up. And I eventually had the thought to sniff the needles, and I almost dropped them. Just, it was so bad. And then I smelled my hands, and it was also on my hands. It had transferred from them onto my hands. And I went and got the packaging and smelled that, and it was on that too. I was like, oh my god, what is wrong with these? So, being that heavy of a smell, I figured there is no way I'm imagining this, and there's no way that I've blown it out of proportion to worse than it is. So I brought one of them to my sister Kimberly and was just like, can you do me a favor? Batshit insane question, but could you sniff this knitting needle and tell me if it smells like something? And she was like, why? And I was like, just for my peace of mind, just do it. So she did, and like after like about half a second, she was like, what the hell's wrong with it? Are they supposed to smell like that? Do they always smell like that? I was like, no, they do not, and they are not supposed to. So, alright. Validation gotten. Not just me, definitely not imagined. It is absolutely there and absolutely that strong. So, alright. Stuck them in an open windowsill to try and air out while I try to figure out what the fuck's going on. I went to Google and literally searched for knitting needles stink. And just to see if, or smell maybe. It was one or the other. And just to see if anything would come up. And most of the things that came up were regarding bamboo knitting needles, which does not apply here, but the couple times I've tried using those, I did have an issue with that. That's why I don't use bamboo knitting needles, because, yeah, I found they did stink and they bend, and I don't enjoy working with them, so I never bought anymore. And the couple that came up for aluminum knitting needles, which is what these, excuse me, I burped a little bit, what these are, generally regarded secondhand needles, like in a thrift store, and I hiccup now, generally talking about either smelling like secondhand smoke, which not the issue here, or just smelling like a metallic smell, which, okay, I've encountered that, but that goes away over time the more you use them. So, I mean, I've encountered that, I ignore that. That's not a big deal. This is its own thing, and I found nothing, even when I tried to refine the search down to specific things, like, about this situation, and nothing came up. So, apparently, I got a very weird, wonky pair of needles. Frickin' awesome. Now I'm trying to figure out what to do. So I took, you know those Lysol disinfecting wipes? Got some citrus ones, and I sat there and ice scrubbed every last surface of these needles for like a good 5 minutes straight. and then rinse them off in the sink, and right now they're behind this door air drying by my sink, and I'm hoping that fixed it. Because if it didn't, I don't really know what to do. I mean, I just smell citrus on them now, which I am happy to have them smell like citrus if it's that over the other, but I'd rather, get to the root of the problem and get rid of the problem, eliminate the issue, than just mask it, because a lot of these pages were just coming up with things like, well, rub it down with a dryer sheet, or rub some oils on it. It's like, yeah, but that's just masking the underlying stink. I'd rather not do that. I'd rather actually get rid of the offending smell in the first place and fix the problem instead of just Band-Aid fix the problem, Especially since the dryer sheet thing wouldn't work for me anyway, because I have issues with those with my sensitivities. So, yeah, that one's out. And I'm not sure how I'd feel about putting oils on needles, since I feel like that would either eat the finish or would make them so slippery they'd be hard to work with. I don't know. There's just a lot of flaws with this. So, I'd rather not do that. So, I tried the Lysol wipes thing, and it did actually affect the finish a little bit, but they still feel smooth, so I was like, I can live with them not being the same color as long as it doesn't make them feel rough. So I don't care about that. I just want to be sure that it got rid of the smell. If it didn't do that, my plan B is maybe run them through the dishwasher? Do you guys think that would work? Would it fuck them up? I'm not sure. I mean, they're aluminum, and the little back ends with the size on it is plastic, and we put plastic things in the dishwasher and they're fine, so I'm just like, I think that would work. My only concern is that knitting needles, aluminum ones, tend to be hollow, so I mean, there is the potential water could get down into the inside of there and potentially cause a mold issue. I'd rather that not be a thing, so I mean, I'd rather not run them through the dishwasher if I don't have to, And that's about where my ideas run out. I guess I could hit it with another Lysol wipe, but if it's not gonna work, then I'd rather not waste those on that, because, I mean, they're not that cheap. So yeah, I'm just like, what the hell do you do in this situation? I don't know. And I feel like, am I the only one who has ever had this happen? Because I found nothing on the entire internet about this, so that's why I'm like, shit, what is the protocol here? I mean, I've been advised to contact the company and let them know this was a thing. I mean, I don't know if they'll send me another set of needles, which, I mean, then I'd have the worry of, are these gonna stink too, like the last set? And, or are they gonna reimburse me? Or what is the protocol? Do I mail these back to them? Like, what do I even do here? I don't know. But I will definitely be contacting them one way or the other anyway. I'm just not sure what I'm expecting to get out of it. But they definitely should at least know that this was a thing that happened. Because if this is a wider scale thing, they should definitely know so they can investigate and try to figure out what the hell went wrong and prevent it from happening in the future. Because I'd really rather not have to switch brands to something else that I don't like as much just because of a stink issue. Because I've been using this brand for literally years and never had an issue. Just this one pair. Only time it's ever happened. And I've bought tons and tons and tons of pairs of knitting needles. So it's like, what are the odds? The odds of that happening twice are probably slim, unless there is a larger scale issue I don't know about going on. It's hard to say. But, yeah, I'll definitely contact him. But beyond that, I'm at a loss. Like I said, do you guys have any ideas for me on what exactly to do here? Because it's definitely a weird scenario, you gotta admit. So, yeah. I know there's a ton of crafters here on YouTube, and hopefully this will reach some of them, and hopefully maybe some will have run into this and know what to do about it, because I sure don't. It's just, like I said, it's a very weird situation, and trying to search it out on Google yielded no results, so I figured, what the hell, I'll throw this at the YouTube machine and see if maybe I have better luck. We shall see. Leave anything you can think of that might help down in the comments. Please, every suggestion is appreciated. Absolutely.